Not very sturdy of you.
Another day on Radio Row. Another day to give the Simms and Lefkoe faithful some of the best content they've ever heard in their entire life. I don't care if you put a camera on me, I'm gonna nail that shit because I am the transition king.
Oh, the transition king.
What is going on?
Oh, hello.
We had a busier day today than we did yesterday.
What?
And what we've decided to do is to take the 6 best interviews from the day and give it to you. Here's how it's breaking down.
That's gonna be hard to pick.
2 defensive studs, Von Miller and Aaron Donald. 2 all-time quarterback legends, Terry Bradshaw and Doug Flutie, and then 2 NFC South guys that I think sat down and had a better time than they thought they would in Mark Ingram and Gerald McCoy.
You made Mark Ingram's Instagram story.
Did I?
Congrats.
Really?
It's a big deal. There's
thanks.
only one media outlet on that Instagram story today.
I don't know what that means.
Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram. Yeah, we've established a few new things today. One, that whenever we say Mark Ingram, we say Mark Ingram. And then also, we are officially the fullback, the podcast to bring back fullbacks.
Yeah.
You'll hear that interview with Moose Johnston in the upcoming days and weeks. First, I want to say our amendment number 1, Aaron Rodgers is the greatest quarterback we've ever seen. He came out today and said, oh, that's an interesting move to fire the quarterbacks coach. They didn't even consult me, which is a very passive-aggressive way of saying what the fuck. We thought this was going to be changes for Aaron Rodgers, but apparently not so much.
You would think they would consult him a little bit.
Right?
You would. But at the same time, New England doesn't consult Tom Brady before they make changes to their quarterback position. The coach is the coach. Excuse me, that was puberty hit me there.
Wow.
I just got my first pubes. But you would think so.
Yeah.
And especially there where, I mean, like we've talked about, he is the team in a lot of years.
I know.
But
Isn't it different in New England, though, where Bill Belichick has earned the credibility to make decisions without talking to Tom Brady?
Well, yes, it is certainly that. But I think if you went back into history, other great quarterbacks, I don't think the Dallas Cowboys were asking Troy Aikman. I don't think Bill Walsh asked Joe Montana. It's just, we're in a new age right now where that's actually a thing because the quarterback
Look what we just saw in Dallas.
Well, the quarterback's become the second biggest guy on the organization, only behind the owner. He's more powerful. Look at this. Look at the poster over there. It's Tom Brady and Nick Foles. Nick Foles is the 38th best player on the Eagles, and yet it's him versus Tom Brady.
I think it's crazy. It should be Tom Brady and Fletcher Cox all over this place.
No shit.
You know what?
But it's the quarterbacks. It's all about, and then they complained that there's no star quarterbacks in the AFC and NFC Championship game. You made it this way, NFL. Cry me a fucking river. You've made it about the quarterback, and now nobody wants to watch the AFC and NFC Championship game because there wasn't great quarterback.
I'm so happy you brought that up. I thought about it last night. If the Eagles win, he'll probably be the MVP. But I don't think he's going to win the MVP. Dude, it's just a disrespect.
I don't mean to bag on this person. The quarterback MVP thing in the Super Bowl is so overplayed now and so stupid.
Yeah, it's like
it used to have to be a
90%.
special game, okay? But what were Eli Manning's stats in the 2000? To beat the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl? We'll get that to you in a second. No, in 2007 when he won that one, they beat.
It all comes down to the Tyree catch and all that
Whatever.
stuff.
Whatever. The reason they won the game was because of Michael Strahan and Justin Tuck and O.C. Umenyiora. That was ridiculous.
Justin Tuck had what, 3 sacks?
3 sacks. I think Strahan had 2 and had 6 quarterback hits or hurries, whatever it may be.
It's an issue.
So we'll get to that stat here.
We're going to get it right after these guys. Oh, hold on. We're going to get it right now. Matt Canvas are coming off the top ropes. So what was it?
We don't know yet. He's figuring out what Super Bowl.
All right, well, here's what we're going to do. Let's go to 2 guys that we're going to give respect to because we're leading off with them. Von Miller, Aaron Donald. Holy crap, Aaron Donald in person. The Simms just wanted to squeeze his entire body.
I don't think you could squeeze it. It's like metal.
Take a listen. We'll start off. Von Miller, former Super Bowl MVP. the last time I saw Von Miller in person, I was at his house. It was the middle of the season, 2015.
Right.
And goes on. They win the Super Bowl. They almost didn't even let up 200 yards in the Super Bowl. We were at the Super Bowl, me and Simms, and I was cheering, hold them under 200. Your defense was amazing. You win the MVP. You go on Dancing with the Stars, and now you're a household name. And I'm so proud of you, man.
Man, it's
been a wild ride.
It's crazy, man. I just normal guy get lucky, man. It's been dope, man.
Yeah, whatever.
Man.
Normal guy with freakish speed, skill, power combination.
And you look trim as hell.
I mean, you do look trim as hell. I mean,
Right.
he went to the Texas A&M Aggies, so that's a little bit of a downfall of
it's
his
all good.
career.
It's
But other than that,
everybody make mistakes. You went to the other side. It's all good.
I love that you call yourself a Ferrari and you're rocking the Ferrari frames.
Yeah. You gotta really. I mean, if you're gonna talk it, you gotta really live it.
If walk it like you talk it.
You have to. You might not have a Ferrari, but you can get the Ferrari frames.
Man, it's funny. We just had Doug Flutie, and he was talking about how he's building the body of a 1966 Batman mobile. And I said, it's funny. I talked to Von. He's got a Batmobile too.
Yeah, that's ill. I still got it. It's still in the same spot.
Man.
I thought about selling it a couple of times, and I was like, man, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's sentimental value. It's my very first car when I got into the National Football League. It only has like 6,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
I got to keep it around.
This is country right here.
well, I know. I mean, I've seen his commercials with the chicken for, I think, the NFL Network's chickens. Your commercials for Old Spice, which you're here to talk about, we'll get to that in a second, are awesome.
I appreciate
they really
it.
are.
It's right along. It's right along with who I am. My personality.
Exactly.
The writers and what they write up. It's really nothing too odd or too far-fetched for me to do.
Well, I know that's where I think this is the most amazing thing, and I wonder if you even realize this. You probably do. But it's rare that the face of the franchise is an outside linebacker / defensive end, and you're on Dan Patrick talking about quarterbacks that are going to make the team better and all that. I mean, do you recognize it sometimes, like how awesome you are?
I mean, I really don't. I really don't look at it like that. I just, I feel truly blessed. Never in a million years. I always thought I'd be in the National Football League. I always thought I'd be a great player, but never like this.
Right.
So everything that comes is new, and I'm grateful for it, and I enjoy it, and that's why I have energy when I do all this stuff, because it's dope, and I really appreciate it.
Right.
This past off season, you went through like the off season of hell, and you worked out, and you told me before you were pretending you had children hanging from you to keep yourself motivated.
Yeah.
Are you going to do that same crazy off season again?
Yeah, I get back there. I get back to San Francisco. There's really no work like that. It's really nothing like that. It helped me take my game to the next level. It's a workout that you have to go look for, and you have to find it. And,
when you get the big contract and you win the Super Bowl and you're Super Bowl MVP, what is the other things that keep that focus? Because it's very easy to chill.
See, I mean, it depends on your mindset. In my opinion, I felt like the contract wasn't really what I was supposed to get. I feel like it should have been
$100 million guaranteed.
So that's why I go out and improve. I go out there and I try to better my game each and every week. And it's just a second contract. I plan on playing, who knows how long. You can't really let down after 2.
We were so happy for you because you're one of the few guys that actually went through with the holdout, and it actually worked. And I'm curious, we got a few guys right now: Le'Veon Bell, Aaron Donald, Odell Beckham.
He
and I know you're
Odell last
and
year.
you are friends with Odell.
Yes.
And we are Team Odell all the way. What would you say to these guys?
I mean, you got to really take advantage of your opportunity. In the National Football League, I mean, this opportunity that you have, especially going into your second contract, it doesn't come around like that.
Right.
So you have to take advantage of that. The third contract is different, fourth contract is different, but that second one, when you're in your prime, you have to take advantage of that. You have to take advantage of that, and you have to get what you deserve. That you.
We got Alex Smith getting $90 million guaranteed, and we got position players. It's a little crazy.
It's crazy. You wouldn't pay Kirk Cousins for 3 years now. Alex is there for 6 hours and you get a new contract.
I try to explain to people all the time. That's why defensive players and some people, you hate quarterbacks sometimes because you go, damn, you're 20th at your position and you're making 4 times the amount of money I am as a great defensive tackle or whoever it may be.
No, I mean deep down in my heart, I felt like I'm a quarterback. I feel like my very first position was the quarterback position. So I feel like I'm a quarterback. I like to think, dang, if I was the same Vaughn and I was a quarterback, it'd be so tight. But God's plan. I'm a defensive terror. I get after quarterbacks.
And he's quoting Drake.
Well,
God's plan.
Yeah,
he's a huge Drake fan.
I love Drake.
I love Drake too. It's by far my #1 rapper, but not even close. But all right. So I'm being serious. Lefkoe thinks I'm like being sarcastic.
I've had to teach him the Migos.
Yeah, I don't know everybody that sings every song. I'm a 37-year-old dad.
You know the bangers.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
So that's the way I am at this point in my life. Wait, but so what made you? We say this all the time. Like, the players got to start playing the owner's game. Like, they make it a business, and you didn't play good, so we're going to cut you, or we want you to take a pay cut. Like, please tell Odell not to play unless they give him a long-term contract.
No, I wouldn't tell Odell that. I wouldn't tell Odell to sit out one of his prime years. I just wouldn't tell him that. This is the game that we love. At the end of the day, guys gonna make their decisions, but you really can't make. If you sit out a year, you really can't make that back. If you're in a race to be in line with the greats, and if you're in a race to try to do this and try to do that and be remembered forever, you got to get out there and play. That's the unfortunate situation of our sport. Basketball doesn't have to deal with that.
Right.
Baseball doesn't have to deal with that. It's just unique to our sport. If we changed it and everybody got guaranteed contracts, it would change the sport.
It would, but you were willing to sit out the year, weren't you?
Yeah.
So you felt you were at the right part of your career where you felt like, okay, I can do this right now.
I didn't really want to.
Yeah, right. I know you don't want to.
I didn't want to, but I was prepared to. I felt like that was the decision that I had to make for my career. I felt like that was the decision I had to put the stats and all of that stuff aside and just go out there and sit out.
Yeah.
Luckily it didn't come to that.
Did you come out recently and said you want Kirk?
Yeah.
Look, we're on Team Kirk Cousins,
Kirk.
man. We think he's got the swag. We think he's got the ability, and he is a super nerd.
He's not even done growing yet. Like, he's just not figuring out the franchise quarterback thing. So, his best years are to come, and I hope they're in Denver with me.
Yeah, you got to see a young quarterback, and I'm curious about your perspective. Last game of the year, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
He had a nice little play, scooted out from your grass, made a throw.
Yeah.
You're going to see him twice a year for the next few years.
He's good. He's extremely good. That's why the Chiefs drafted him. That's why they let go of Alex.
Yeah.
He's prepared to take the reins. He's got all the tools around him.
You're going to sack the shit out of him.
Yeah, we'll
That's
do that.
what you're paid to do.
But Patrick, he's a great quarterback. I like his game. He has all the weapons around him. He has a running back. He has an offensive line. He has receivers. He has one of the best tight ends in the game.
Yes, he does.
Defense is unstoppable. It's poised for him to take.
Are we doing the pass rush summit again this offseason?
Yeah, we are.
What are we adding to it this year?
I got a sponsor this year. So.
Who is the sponsor?
It'd be good. Bass Pro Shops. I've been working with Bass Pro Shops.
On the hat.
It'll be at Big Cedar Lodge down in southern Missouri.
Is that what I saw you on Instagram?
Yeah.
You were looking at it. Oh, that's a beautiful setup.
I went to go check it out, and I just fell in love with it. And it's a place where we can go learn how to be better pass rushers. And in turn, I can give you a piece of what
was the one thing that you used this season that you learned from the pass rush?
The long arm. I learned from Khalil Mack. The long arm that I learned from Khalil Mack, it helped my game out a lot.
You mean the jab underneath the shoulder pad like he does?
1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 up the field and jab right to the chest. I'm not as strong as Khalil, so
well, he's a freak.
It's not as effective as Khalil, but it works.
Right. It was another addition to your repertoire.
It's good with all other things that I do exceptionally well. So it's good to switch it up. And the pass rush summit is for everybody. I have Yannick Ngakoue.
Right.
I love his game. Man.
Yeah,
I love his game.
Similar to you, he's going to scare people with speed around the edge and bend, right?
I love his game, and there's nobody in the game right now that has the chop slap better than him.
Is that right?
He has 13 sacks. He had 13 sacks this year.
Do the chop slap. Show me the chop slap.
It's like when he come and he wait and he get the offensive lineman's outside hand and he's slapping. He's free on the outside.
Gotcha.
The guys are not doing that. In the offensive line, they know he's about to do it.
Right.
And they still can't stop. That's some Dwight Freeney shit there.
Just think if Yannick learned my spin,
right,
and Khalil long arm, it'd be
what?
Yeah. So that's why I like to bring all the guys together and we learn this stuff from each other. I feel like over time that would be my
legacy.
That'll be my legacy with the game. If a guy goes
now he's on 444 talking about legacy.
If a guy goes to the Hall of Fame and he's up there, say, man, I learned this at Von Miller's Pass or something. Boom.
I have an idea I'm going to pitch you on. I know we're going over time. So you have the summit. Have you ever seen on NBA TV, they have the full court and it'll be 6 legends sitting around shooting shit.
Yeah.
I want to do that with football players. I want to get, and this is when Khalil Mack, all you guys get older, sitting around shooting the shit, talking about topics that aren't even just football.
Yeah, I love that.
And I want to do that at Bleacher Report. And if you want to be the face of it, we can call it Von Miller's Conversation.
Yeah. If you want to get the producer out of your videos, you don't want to have him dancing. all in the music videos.
Do you think?
Come on over to Bleacher Report, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sims, do you know who's quoting right now?
That's more my generation.
This is.
And that would be Suge Knight talking about P. Diddy. I mean, you know.
Get the producer out the videos. No, but I think that'll be dope.
Yeah, we get the producer. Look at our producers. We're like, get the hell out of here. Shut up, you freaking idiots.
All right, so you're here with Old Spice. We know that, but here's how it works. You are going to do your pitch, and then Sims and I are going to grade you 1 through 10 on your ability to pitch. Okay. So you better ham it up because we have high expectations for the man that is Von Miller.
Okay.
Right to that camera.
Here teaming up with the guys at Old Spice again to promote the new Captain scent as part of the Red Collection. It's a premium scent without the fancy bottles and the fancy price tag for guys like me and you. Captain. And plus I'm a captain on the field, and off the football field, so it's perfect. Captain.
Oh, I love the smile. That's the Old Spice smile. I'm going 8. I'm not giving anybody a 10
You're
unless
soft.
And you know, he went to Texas. It was really a 9.
It's all good.
But if he went to Texas A&M, so I dock him a point
you
there.
got me to 5.
Here's why I'm giving you a 5.
58, baby.
Oh yeah, there's the 58. Whoa.
Here's the reason. I've been to your house. You have a cologne collection. But none of them smell as good as the Old Spice Red
Old Spice.
Collection.
The Captain from Red Collection.
Put you on blast, Lefkoe.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to fuck with your bag.
You
nothing
dumbass
I don't want to fuck with
Lefkoe.
your bag. I'm so sorry. No, Von Miller, a true personality of the game. And I'm dead serious about the Von Miller conversations if you're serious.
Yeah, I'm dead serious
Have
about
your
it, too.
people talk to my people.
And we can get Bleacher Report at the Pass First Summit, it'll be even better.
Well, we'll be there. Yes, if you want to do that, we'll be there.
Oh,
Thank you, guys.
Von Miller, awesome.
Appreciate you guys.
So there are certain players in the NFL that we marvel over, that we look at and go, this is the complete package. And I think we have him with us right now. Aaron Donald. Who created you? Who made this? Shout out to mom and dad.
Yes.
Anita Goggins and Archie Donald.
Man.
My mom and dad.
Damn. Were they athletes too?
My dad was.
What was he?
He was a football player, D lineman, big mustard guy.
Yeah.
So he got me started early working out, and you know,
I bet you your mom was athletic too, though.
Yeah, she was. My mom was the thing that had everything together. Though she was the hardest
She
soul
keeps
everything.
that.
Yeah. Well, like, what's Dad's size? Like, what's he look? What?
He probably was the same. He's like the same height, but he when he was younger, he was just real bulked up, real muscular guy.
Not more bulked up than you.
He is a lot more muscular than me.
You are the freakiest motherfucker in the NFL, okay?
I appreciate
and
it.
I
You're
mean
willing
that
to
in a
say
good
that,
way.
seriously.
Yes, he is truly the I mean, he's like a cinder block, okay? He's, what are you, 6'1" or 6 foot?
6'1",
6'1",
Yeah.
293,
275.
275? See, that's what I mean. What the fuck? He's getting blocked by 330-pound men.
And he's throwing them
And
off,
he's got
yeah.
one on one arm going, roar, and then he's making a tackle with the other one. I mean,
I remember we talked to Gurley and we were like, does Donald lift? Do you lift, or is this just...
No, I'm a workhorse. I like lifting weights. I like the training process. But yeah, during the offseason, I definitely throw up a lot of weights. So.
yeah,
What are we
so that's where
talking?
we're going.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm a 500-pound bench presser. So.
500-pound bench presser, right? So okay, that's awesome.
Damn.
And I know Gurley
I'm a
kind of said this.
125.
He's like the bar bends when you do shit and all that. Okay, so 500-pound bench presser, and then like when you do squats, you might not be doing a one max squat probably at this point.
I don't really squat. I do a lot of different leg presses, things like that.
Leg presses.
Yeah.
You power clean? Do anything like
power
that?
clean, yeah.
You do. You go to from the floor, or you do hangs?
Switch it up, depends on how my body feel that day. So.
Damn. All right, and give me a number there, just so we can marvel over that shit too.
I don't know. On power cleans, I really ain't. It's more, more the
Speed
upper.
and-
Yeah.
right.
So it depends what I'm doing. I switch it up and whatever I need it for like explosive stuff. And
You don't have the pit record at college or anything?
no, there was a lot of strong guys come out of pit.
Man, there
I
ain't
feel like
nobody
I'm in the
is-
talk of some of the strong things I did and weight I threw up. So it is what it is.
There's nobody that went to pit as strong as you, man. You can say all you want. I don't give a shit. You gotta have to show me to make me believe that.
It was funny, man. When you came into the draft, I remember talking about you, and it was like, this guy has won every single award. Every single scout is going, he's an absolute lock. And you lasted until 11?
13.
Fuck, what the hell?
Yeah. So.
You were a lock, and yet you still went at 13.
Well, it depends what the team need. So everybody need different
Yeah,
players.
but everybody needs someone to blow up the quarterback.
But at the same time, a lot of people probably, didn't want to take a chance because I'm not the typical 6'4", 6'3"
That's
guy.
right,
So,
right.
How many people bring up leverage when they talk to you?
They talk about it a lot now that I showed it. So put it on film. You put it on film, they can't say too much about the height now. So, just you can't let them things get to you. You just got to go out there and play your game and let your game speak for you.
You go out there the first few years and you're putting up good numbers.
Yeah.
Now you get to put up good numbers and you're winning. How much sweeter is that?
The best. I promise you, the best feeling in the world. Like, I never had a season when I had this much fun, and we're winning week in and week out, and you know that the offense is going to put up at least 30 points a game, so you're going to get opportunities to get after the quarterback. So it definitely was a fun season for us, man. And like I always tell Coach McVay, I thank you, man, for bringing this winning mindset here and helping us to turn things around.
Do you guys just sit around sometimes and go, thank God we got McVay?
All the time.
Yeah.
He definitely, we always had the pieces around us with the players. It was just putting everything together. And I think he came and he did that. He brought great coaches in like Coach Wade. I love playing for that guy. And just putting all the pieces together and putting guys in position to have success and the rest
make
is
it work.
Yeah, it's been working.
It's working, and McVay's the man. All right, so I played with Sapp. He wore the 99. His body didn't look like yours, just so you know. But
a little loose.
But I want to know two things. Like, who's the D tackle you admire watching the most right now in the NFL? And then the second one, I want to know who's like the guard, or maybe it's a center, that you go, damn, like, he's my toughest challenge. He's he's my kryptonite. I mean, nobody's your kryptonite. I just mean, who gives you a tough time?
I really don't like talking about offensive linemen because I don't like them guys. They trying to block me and trying to keep me away from making the plays and doing what I do. But, I feel like each week and week, everybody got different schemes. They're going to block you different and trying to find ways to slow you down. So
right.
I don't really can't speak because it's not really a lot of one-on-one. So you get a lot of slide protection and things like that. But now, I respect all offensive linemen, but, my job is to beat them guys and get past them. So.
Well said, well said. Okay, now give me the guy you like to watch at your position that you just go, wow, or you marvel, or at least you maybe...
In the NFL today?
Yeah.
I love watching Cox, McCoy, Geno Atkins.
Cox,
so anytime we play in a team, I know, McCoy or Cox play them guys, I'm right on the film breaking it down because I know they're going to put some stuff on there.
It's funny because you and Fletcher Cox are both dominant, but your styles are so different.
Yeah. I feel like every player is different in some ways. They're similar, but at the same time, we got our own ways of doing things.
Yeah.
We play different, So.
Do you have an official sack dance?
No, I just every time I get a sack, whatever my emotion is, that's what the sack
just
dance
takes over you.
So
okay, I was gonna say we should trademark something.
I'm just the emotion guy. I'm just whatever my emotions is, that's what you're gonna get.
What is a story about Wade Phillips when you met him that you realized he's like everybody's grandfather?
When I sat down, to me, Wade, he's just real calm, real cool. Like, he's just a real confident guy. When he talk, it's like. If we gave up a big play during the game, he said we're gonna fix it. It's like, we're gonna fix it. We don't panic. We know things is gonna be fixed. He's just real cool. Just talking to him when I first met him, he told me some things that I liked.
What do you say?
It's between me and him, but he said some things that I liked, and I was definitely excited to have the opportunity to work with him. So.
I want to hear.
He said you're amazing, and you're the best defensive tackle I've ever got a chance to coach, and I can't wait to work with you and do creative things to you so we can fuck off.
And we're gonna play so well. Your contract's gonna be huge.
He's just a special type of coach, man. And like I said, I love working with him. And. He put us in positions to have success and help the team to win. So, any way he can use me and put me in positions to trying to make plays to help the team to win, and I'm for it. So
we're gonna do Gatorade in a second. I have to ask you this. I know you're fucking getting asked this a lot. We are the Players Podcast. When it comes to contracts, we want y'all to get paid.
Yeah.
You are in a beautiful situation with negotiations. You're in a spot where you've been powerful. Yeah. Great year, and you've killed it.
Yeah.
What do we do now? Because you guys look. We want everyone to sit because it's the only way there's going to be change. Seriously. How do you negotiate all this?
The thing is, I got great agents that I hired that's with me, so I let them guys handle the business side, and what I do is go on the football field and put it on film. But when I got a good agents like I got, I let them guys handle it, and I trust them. So
you just get that phone call and you go, "What are we making?"
I trust what they doing, and that's why they with me. That's why we're on the same team because I trust them what they doing.
Dude, whatever you need to do. Get that dollar. Get that bag. Secure it because you deserve it, man, for real.
I appreciate it.
Let's get you some bag right now. Gatorade, here's how this is going to work. You're going to give us the Gatorade spiel. We will grade your performance 1 through 10. Do not try and be cool. Pretend you are like Gatorade national commercial.
I'm just going to be me.
Yes.
So we're here with Gatorade. We pumping G2. This is a drink I use a lot during the off season when I'm training. Low on calories, so more for less intense training, so keep me right. Because everybody look at Gatorade as just a sports drink. You know, you walk into a locker room now, you see the sports, you see the bars, you see the powders. So Gatorade's doing a lot of big things, you know. So I'm just happy to have the opportunity to work with him.
Gatorade, Aaron Donald. Simms, your grade?
I'm not giving anybody a 10. I'm a little scared of Aaron Donald, so I'm giving him a 9. Okay, I don't know. I just don't know. 500. His tits are as big as my head.
I'm going 8. I'm going 8 for this reason. I like that Aaron Donald is worried about his calories. I think that's hilarious. And I think that it was natural. Yeah. But I'm a tough grader.
But it's true. You know, I usually my favorite colors is purple and orange.
Riptide Rush. Purple.
It's good. It's honestly when I'm doing the offseason, when I'm training, you know, I try to cut down on certain things I eat, trying to tone your body back up and get back right and things.
What
like
is this offseason? I know you got to fucking go. Like, how hard are you going to go this offseason?
Oh, the same thing I do every year. You know, I got my big brother. He trained with me every year.
Yeah.
So, you know, he pushed me, and I got a great trainer who keep me in top shape. And Dwayne Brown, I've been working with since high school. So. Just keeping the same people I've been working with since day one.
So you're telling me the NFL is going to continue to see an improved Aaron Donald?
Yeah, we ain't said
they're in trouble.
Yet. We ain't said it.
How old are you?
26.
Damn. Yeah. He's just getting to his prime.
I know.
Watch out.
We just getting started, but we got a lot more improvement. We need things we need to clean up, but that's the best thing about the off season. You know, you find them things you need to fix, and if you need to get faster, stronger, if you need to do that, that's what you do. So
Simms and Lefkoe, Aaron working. Donald, another amazing guest.
9-9.
Dude, you're the man.
I appreciate
you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Von Miller, Aaron Donald. Von Miller there's a leadership quality to him when he talks about other defensive players.
Right.
And Aaron Donald is one of those players where I go, he could be led. You know, like Aaron Donald is still young and he's still got it, like he's still finding his own way.
Right.
But Von seems to be a leader of a new generation, right?
He is. He really is. I just think I'm hoping he's the guy that turns this tide away from the quarterback thing we were just talking about.
How about him saying he should have gotten $100 million guaranteed?
Right.
He's not wrong.
No, I mean he's the face of the franchise.
Yes.
He's the man. He's the best player in their football team.
But we do have a quarterback dilemma. So what were Eli's stats?
Eli's stats: 19 of 31, 255, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. So not that they're bad.
No,
but we've just resigned to you won the game, the quarterback's the MVP. And I just think that's a little ridiculous.
It's funny. Eras change things. And we have 2 guys that have also gone through different eras. Terry Bradshaw played in 4 Super Bowls. He talks about all the differences, and I bring up a story in which Phil smacked the crap out of Terry Bradshaw. It was great.
Awesome.
And then Doug Flutie, different generation. What would Doug Flutie have done if he played now?
Yes.
An interesting discussion. Mm-hmm. Did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, that was it.
Perfect.
I was just making sure you didn't forget Flutie.
How can I forget? I'm the transition king. Terry Bradshaw, Doug Flutie. Fucking A, I'm good. What's up?
I mean,
we're with a Hall of Famer, with a 4-time Super Bowl champion, an absolute legend. And what do you want to start off with?
I don't even know
Bradshaw.
where to start. You know, I mean, Terry Bradshaw, legend, Steelers, bombs away,
keep it going.
2-time MVP, awesome on TV for Fox,
legendary.
Just says it how it is.
I've heard legend.
Yeah, well, you are a legend, man.
Yeah, what do you think about the word legend?
Word legend?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I like icon better.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. It's a little more like it hits home. You're like,
icon.
Goes into the soul.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, I don't even know where I want to start, but I really want to start with this Super Bowl. Tom Brady. I mean, you set a standard to win 4 Super Bowls with 1 coach.
Right.
And now we're seeing a coach-quarterback combo that's done twice of what you did, respectfully. I'm trying to,
Yeah, I got
but
it.
8 times here?
Yeah, that's amazing.
That. Yeah. I mean,
if someone asked me back home, I live in Thackerville, Oklahoma, so they don't even know I played football back there.
That's perfect.
And they said, how many Super Bowls you play in? I said, 4. They went, wow. Did you win 1? I said, won 4. They went, whoa, you won all 4? Yeah. You didn't do any more? No, just 4. And then I was thinking, if I could have done 5 or 6, but have lost, would I've wanted to do 5 and 6?
Right.
Answer, no.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to lose that game.
Yes, I hear you.
That was the worst, because, that's the one game when you do go out on the field reality hits. Oh, I like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, moving camera.
Yeah, this is big time right there.
Yes, Terry loves
That's the one time, and your dad could tell you this, is that you say to yourself, I do not want to leave this field a loser.
Right.
I do not. And that tormented my soul.
I'm sure. I know. I could really ask you 9 million questions. So now, again, just to tie this together, what was the difference between each Super Bowl? Like, when you got to Super Bowl 4, were you just like, oh, it's another Super Bowl. Let me go light the world on fire again?
No, not really. I'll take it quickly.
Yeah.
Super Bowl 9 was against the Vikings.
Right. 16-6, Franco MVP.
2-0 at halftime.
Yes.
And you go out there, and it was in the old Tulane Stadium.
Yep.
And you go, whew, wow. You know, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then you get really nervous, and then you're playing against a great defensive team.
Right.
And you go, man, don't screw this up.
All right.
You know,
Yeah.
and since I'm calling the plays, I know we're going to run the ball. And that's what we do.
Yeah.
And it was standing. We had to march through the fans. The fans were roped off back then, and we didn't have Radio Row.
Right.
And we didn't have the. You had the two days of interviews, but maybe what, a couple hundred people there. That's all.
Right.
Now it's nuts. But walking through there, and one of the Viking fans had his shirt off and his horns, and he had a heart attack and fell right.
Are you kidding me?
Fell.
While you're coming out.
While I'm standing in line to be introduced.
Holy shit.
Or they're introducing our defense, I think. And guy fell right in front of me.
And you're like, that's not a good sign.
And he just turned like ashen gray.
Wow.
And I tripped out.
I bet.
I mean, I'm just like, oh my God. And then, of course, people swarmed on him, and we obviously took us around. And I often, to this day, when I think about that game, I hope that guy lived.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
That's
hope that guy
unreal.
lived. So I had that on my mind when I went out to play the game.
Right.
Wow.
And the game the first one was the hardest, because you don't know.
Yeah.
Not the opponent was hard, but
Expectations.
to channel your emotions,
sure.
get control of your nerves, and to be comfortable, because playing quarterback, if you're nervous, I can look at that camera guy right there, and I can tell you right now that 2 feet to his right's another dude. All right?
Right.
Nothing to his left. But if I'm nervous, I may not see this guy.
Right.
Right.
I may not even
Yes.
see.
It affects your whole vision and
Your
thought
vision,
process. Right.
It plays games with you.
Yeah.
But if you're comfortable,
Yeah.
you're relaxed, you know your game plan,
Slow motion.
You trust yourself, and then when you drop back, you see, doesn't mean you're going to have a great game, but that won't be a reason why you play that game.
And you got to that, though, by that third
Yes.
and fourth Super Bowl where you were just like...
The first one was the hardest.
Right.
We repeated the following year against the Cowboys.
21-17, Lynn Swann MVP.
He is an encyclopedia with
Yes.
Super Bowls.
Well, hey, you do this, you got to be pretty good.
Hey now.
I couldn't do this. I can talk, but I can't. I can't do that. I can't come up with stuff.
Well, that's why you were a better player, and I'm a talker now.
No. You played for Mack. Did you play for Mack?
I played for Mack.
I saw him the other day.
Did you?
Oh, I got to tell you,
Mack's a good dude.
I know we're talking about the Super Bowl.
No,
That's
shit.
all right. Don't worry. Go ahead. You have
Quickly.
free reign here.
So I'm with Mack Brown down at the college championship game in Atlanta.
Oh,
and
that
we're
was
doing
great.
five of us are doing a panel talking about the game. And so I'm backstage with Mack, Gene Chiswick's, the lefty from Southern Cal, Leinart.
Oh,
Yeah,
Matt Leinart, sure.
Matt Leinart,
Right.
myself, and one other guy. Anyway, and so we got into a little bit of a argument,
Right.
A good one,
Right,
healthy,
right,
fun,
right.
about would Nick Saban ever leave Alabama? And they go, never gonna leave. And I said, I'm telling you, you guys were wrong there, because I know for a fact that the athletic director and the president went into the coach of Texas house to fire him, and in Alabama, there's Nick and his lawyer, and I hear, da-da-da.
Yes.
And they were going to fire this coach, and I did it the second time, and I did this, and I'm
And
pointing.
you realized who
pointing
you were
at-
talking to. You're like, damn, they're going to fire you,
and
man.
and I went, Mack, was that you?
Oh my God.
Oh, hey, where's a hole?
That's amazing.
I was so embarrassed. I apologized.
That is awesome.
It ruined my day. I got home. I called him. He wouldn't take my phone call. At least I thought that.
Yeah. Right.
And I called him, and I went, "Oh man, Mac, I'm leaving a message. Mac, I'm so sorry.
Right.
I feel so bad. I just hope, that you won't ever hold this." And finally, one day I'm at the barn, and the phone rings, and
Hey, Terry? Terry?
What?
Hey, Terry?
Yeah. He goes, "Let me just tell you something, young man. You don't worry one bit about that."
Yeah.
He says, "We are fine, and you don't have to apologize anymore."
Mac's a great guy. He is.
I felt bad.
But you're right. But I know, too, because I know some people in Texas. They were they were offering, from what I was told, Nick Saban like 10 years, $120 million to try to get him down.
John
there.
Gruden type of contract.
Yes, they were. Because
Can I?
Wow. I'm sorry. I've totally.
No.
Well, the Super Bowl 9 was the hardest. Super Bowl 10 was the repeat against the Cowboys, and the Cowboys were great.
Yep, 35-31, you were the MVP.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then 2 years off, took a break, 2-year break. Came back, Super Bowl 13, I was the MVP in the league, played the Cowboys again. And 13 was the most pressure I felt because of being the MVP in the league.
Yeah.
And the team was really depending on me to win the game.
Right.
First 2 is just hand off. The next 2, 13 was really tough game.
Right.
Tough game. 14 was the worst I played in. There were 3 interceptions, playing against my old defensive coordinator, Bud Carson.
Right.
Played against Dan Radakovich, our offensive line coach, was their offensive line coach.
Yep.
They knew our audibles. They knew our adjustments. They knew what we like to do. Lionel Taylor was their wide receiver coach. And so I was playing against great coaches that knew us
what you
better
wanted to
than
do.
anybody.
Right.
Man. And the only reason we beat them was 3 bombs.
31-19, MVP again, and yes, you made 3
bombs.
Unreal throws to win the football game.
And that was it.
With Vincent Ferragamo being the
I
quarterback
saw
of the other
Vince
team.
the other day, by the way.
Damn.
Yeah, it was fun. It's good to see
So
him.
on my flight out here, I got sat next to Chris's father, Phil Simms. And I said, "Phil, I'm going to see Terry. What should I ask him about?" And he told me to show you a picture and see if it jogged your memory. Do you remember?
Oh, I know this
remember this story? Skiing.
Skiing. He said, "Close your eyes."
Yes.
So we were doing Hey,
I know it. He gave it to you, too.
Oh boy, I'm gonna tell you.
So
I'm
can I
gonna
tell you what he told me?
That hurt. When he hit me.
So apparently you guys were speaking to people.
Right.
And he said, "Terry, do you fancy yourself a skier?" You said, "I could ski." And he drew a bunch of X's on the paper just like this. And he said, "Terry, why don't you draw a path of how you'd ski down?" And he draws down. He goes, "Okay, here's the challenge, though. Try and trace with your finger with your eyes closed." And in front of hundreds of people, Big Phil Simms with his big oven mitt, you had your eyes closed. He said, "Watch out for that tree, Terry." And smacked you in the head.
Right in the forehead.
And he said you went back and he jumped off the stage and ran for his life.
He hit me so hard. You're dead.
Well, he's like you. He's a knucklehead. He's a knucklehead.
He hit me so hard. He doesn't know this, but I have a bad neck
because of that.
And when he hit me, I got a spine
tingle
down my spine.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
A burn. And I was in shock that not that he hit me
as hard as he
but
did.
he hit me so.
He said later at an award show.
He said he had the mark on your head, I think he remembered.
He said in an award show later, though, you came up and got him back.
I don't know if I did or not.
Yeah.
But oh boy, that was
awesome. I had to bring it up.
No. I've thought about that too, occasionally.
All right, so Terry, who are you here with today, my man? Who's presenting
I'm with
you?
Tide. I did a Super Bowl commercial for Tide last year, and I had a stain.
Yes.
And even a lot of people thought that was actually
I thought it was real.
I thought it was.
I did too. I was like, Terry's got shit on his shirt.
Yeah. Oh, you said shit.
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay.
Yeah, we're very official.
So,
I know the founder of the company.
Got it. So it ended up being a top 5 commercial in the Super Bowl. So this year they didn't bring me back. They brought David Arbor back, the actor, and my role this year. I'm not in the television part. I'm on the other part where I don't know that I've been replaced.
Gotcha.
And I'm really upset. And that's
what we're gonna see.
Well, you're seeing it now.
Right.
It's out there. When the commercial comes on, you won't see it, but it's trending. It's all over the internet and stuff like that.
Simms, do you know what trending means? He doesn't know social media either.
No.
I'm like you, trending.
Man,
Okay.
Listen, I'm the only person here that left his. When I got out of the car to come up, I took my phone, put it in the glove box. And they
Old
said, "You're not
school.
taking your phone?" No.
Yeah.
I say, "I know. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Let's go." He's there, and he's going. Woo-hoo.
We have had an absolute blast. Terry, thank you for
That's
sharing
it.
your
Who's
time.
next?
Terry
Who's
Bradshaw.
your next guest?
I don't
who's
know.
next.
Nobody as good as you. I'm just going to tell you
Well,
that. You're the man. I mean,
no,
for
I'm
me,
an icon. Icon.
He's an icon.
I'm
of
iconic.
Terry
You are.
Bradshaw. You're
Thanks,
the man,
man.
dude.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it.
That was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
all right, we got the Doug Flutie. Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to do it? Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
thanks so
yeah,
much.
yeah, go ahead.
Yes, we're with legendary quarterback Doug Flutie. Where? I don't know. Everywhere. NBC, Boston College, NFL. I want to start off with drop kick. I still think that was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Sure.
I'll never forget, you're playing for the Patriots, you go out there, and I'm going, why is Doug Flutie out there? Ba-bang.
It's a great
Drop
story. You got to hear how it's
All right, I'll
all
let
set
you
up.
hear
It's
it.
amazing.
Zach Thomas was wondering why Doug Flutie was out there. Trailer is over top nose guard on our long snapper Lonnie Paxson, and he's like yelling at Pat, "What are you doing in the game with Flutie in the game? I'm going to kick your ass."
Yeah.
So
Lonnie.
basically, Chris Berman had seen me. I've messed around drop kicking all the time for
Like
years.
ESPN Chris Berman.
Yes.
Okay.
Chris had seen it. He was in town doing interviews that week. Whispers in Belichick's ear at a practice, "Hey, you know, Flutie can drop kick." He did the research. Hadn't been done since 1941, blah, 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 blah. Belichick comes to me, says, "Can you do it?" I say, "Yeah, I can." And we practiced it a couple of times, but we forgot about it. And we wanted to do it on a Monday night against the Jets.
Oh, really?
And it
Make
didn't
big.
happen. He put me in. We drove down, but we were on the edge of field goal range. He didn't get it done.
Gotcha.
So I was just standing next to him, been standing on the sideline for 4 hours. He looks at me, he says, "We score here, you're kicking it." We were already in the end zone.
Wow.
I go, "You serious?" He go. And we went on out. I mean, it was really, the funny part was, okay, I go out, Lonnie snaps the ball. He's afraid Trailer's going to knock his tail off. There's conversations going on the outside. And Sam Madison's covering a rookie receiver. He says, "You're running the fade, aren't you?" He goes, No. Watch the slant, watch the slant. No, check this out. This is going to be cool. You got to see this, right? So all these conversations are going on. So I say, just tell the guys what we're doing so they don't rush this thing. I drop kick it. I send it through. Turn around, little fist pump. Lonnie snapped the ball. Trailer didn't hit him. He steps up. Zach Thomas looks him in the eye, looks up over the top, watches the ball go through. He goes, "What the hell was that?" He goes, "That's a drop kick, mother. Hadn't been done in 64 years.
That is awesome. You got to be like
That's a drop kick, motherfucker.
You got to be nervous because it's just like out of your element. It's not like you were going out there to play quarterback.
The night we were going to do it against the Jets,
Yeah.
I had all night to think about it.
Right.
Right.
That's probably why Bill
And I
didn't
was
tell you.
anxious.
Right.
I was definitely anxious. The game we did it, we had totally forgotten about it, and I had about 2 seconds to think about it. Ripped the jacket off, grabbed the ball out of an equipment guy's hand, punched one up into the stands, and ran on the field.
Man.
And
The power of Berman. To whisper in Belichick's ear.
Yeah.
Look, I grew up, Chris Berman was like legendary. My mom still says he's the reason I got into this job because of rumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Sure.
But who whispers in Belichick's ear anything?
But he was allowed to walk around the facility. Berman.
Really?
He had a little bit more, like the year I was there working for them, he did have a little more leeway, I thought, than the other sports anchors ever around.
And is it a Belichick relationship?
I don't know. All I know is I got called in the coach's office. I thought I was getting released. You know, bring your playbook and you're gone.
Yeah, right.
And I walk in and Belichick's at his desk and Berman's standing behind him, arms folded, just beaming. And that's when the conversation started.
That's history.
Okay,
man.
we
That's
got to go
great.
into this, okay? Because I've had a full year with this guy, NBC and
Yes.
Notre Dame, right?
How did
Now,
he do?
How old are you, first of all?
12.
That's exactly where I was going with this. He's 40 or 50 something, going on 12. He pick up basketball. Why he's at Notre Dame? We go out on the field on a Friday. We've had meetings with the coaches. He brings out, he's got gloves on. He starts throwing it around. I'm like, damn, I guess I'm going to have to go out of here and start throwing it around. We're running around. We're hitting the goalpost of our targets.
played your game,
We're
yeah.
competing. We're having fun, yes. But the best part that I know, and I want an update here. Doug Flutie is building a Batmobile for himself. A Batmobile.
1966 Batmobile.
And how's it going is what I want to know.
It's coming along. I got about 4 or 5 months to go. I'm still, it's like every day I'm on the horn with the guy trying to get him to move his tail. I'm like a kid in the candy shop. I can't wait.
Are you going to drive it everywhere or special occasions?
No, it's going to be special occasion. The one thing is, Well, my Halloween costume for the rest of my life is decided.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
And no, it's more of an investment in sitting in the garage and look at. It's off the #1 car, so I've got an original body, and it's going to be fun.
Man,
That
a
is
Batmobile.
amazing. It really is.
When I met Von Miller, I did a thing at his house, and he had like this really souped-up BMW that had Batman logos all over it. But you're telling me a true Batman body custom.
Obsessed.
1966.
He is obsessed.
Is it Bruce Wayne? Was it Adam West?
Adam West Batmobile. See, the '89 Batmobile is awesome looking. I mean, that's
the
unbelievable.
'89. What do you mean? The one with like Val Kilmer and Arnold.
Back up. Michael Keaton.
Oh, Michael Keaton, that one.
So
right.
the people are actually building those out there too, and I know some people that have them. But I have a connection with '66. That was my childhood and that car. And
Batman is interesting. I'm going to do another drop. When I met Josh Norman, he wouldn't allow me to play the music from Batman because that's what he listened to get excited for games. The new Batman. It's interesting. Athletes and Batman.
You know, and
yes.
Batman, see, my generation will say all these other, our Batman is the original Adam
For
West.
sure.
There actually was a 1940s Batman as well.
I did not know
Okay,
that.
and then whoever you were first as a kid
Yes.
introduced to, that's your
Can
Batman.
you imagine if your Batman was George Clooney? That would have sucked.
Well, but here's the difference.
Freeze, Batman. Get
The
outta here.
new Batman is dark.
Yes, it is
It's
dark.
so dark. Yeah, my Batman's a goody two shoes.
Yeah. Wham!
Cares about citizens and does everything properly and correct. And so it's just.
It's the sign of
who
the
you grew
times,
up.
Doug.
It's who you grew up with.
Okay, other
love
thing.
that.
I always think of you, and I think we've had this conversation before, but here, Doug Flutie, dual threat quarterback.
Yep.
You played in the era, unfortunately, where it was like, sit in the pocket for 10 seconds and be 6'5" and 230. Do you wonder sometimes what life would be like if you got to play now?
I really do. I see the zone read stuff, the spread, even the spread offenses. Drew Brees and I spent some time together in San Diego, and then in New Orleans, he's complete shotgun, spread it out and sling it around.
Yeah, right.
Not just now the zone read stuff coming in and all that.
Right.
So that was my offense in Canada for 8 years.
Wow.
That's what we developed and just put it.
Tailor-made.
These RPOs,
Yeah,
we were doing 25 years ago in Canada.
that's amazing.
It's like I just call a run play and I'd say just run a fade in the flat, and if I don't like what's going on, I'll throw it
Give
out
you a
there.
shot,
If
right,
we get blitz,
right.
we get man, whatever.
Right.
And it wasn't this. You didn't write it in the playbook and have all these rules.
You just
and
did it.
You just did it.
Yeah.
And I'd
Man.
love to have an opportunity to run that stuff because that's kind of what got my career going in Canada and came back.
Right.
Anyone today doing the dual threat that you go, that kind of been what I would have looked like?
I would like to say Russell Wilson is very similar to my skill set
Yeah, sure.
of what I did.
Even the throwing motion similar to you.
The majority of his success was coming run the ball, hard play action. Because that's
Yes.
where I had my most success was
Sure.
hard play action, hold on to the ball, let things happen up the field. That's the straight drop back stuff. If I held on to the ball, it started to look like a wall in front of me. But off hard play action, I could get the ball down the field better.
Right.
And then if we could add the mix of the zone read stuff now, I'd be like smiling away.
Yeah.
Man, so you've been with Brady, Breeze, what other guys?
Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers.
Well, you want to go way back. Let's
Yeah,
go
let's
Jim
see.
McMahon, Steve Grogan.
Wow. You've been in some cool quarterback rooms.
I mean,
really
he was
have.
the quarterback of the Bears, and what was that, 87 playoff game when you
86.
guys 86 when you
86.
lost to the Redskins, who then went and lost to my dad's
Fumbled on the
Giants.
8-yard line going in.
Oh, that is brutal.
Fuck.
Brutal.
Yeah.
What are you here for today?
I'm with Epson. I'm a small.
Oh no, hold on. We got to
hold
do
on.
this first
So Sims and Lefkoe
this.
works
we're gonna
like
grade
this.
you as a salesman.
Okay.
Look, you've been selling things your whole life. I want pizzazz. I want energy. Whatever you're selling, give it to the people of America. And Sims and Lefkoe will give you a grade.
I'm with Epson. Been with Epson for 3 years now. I am a small business owner. Their products make your company more efficient. You're saving money. You can do all your printing in-house, all your posters, all your signage. The new thing is Fast Photo, where you're scanning photos in less than a second, as many as you want, and get that done all in-house. And that's where, as a small business owner, you save money. The fun thing I talked about last year is the ACO cartridge that everyone's pain in the neck in an office is changing the ink cartridges.
Right.
Up to 2 years without changing a cartridge.
Damn.
So that's the big bonus that everybody
I'm
gets excited about.
technologically stupid, so I don't need to change any cartridges. So that would be nice.
Sims, what are you giving?
I'm giving him an 8. Could have used a little more pizzazz. Very informative. I really liked it. But, you know, like I said, just a little more energy, a little more pizzazz.
It's funny, I was thinking 8-2. I'm actually going to go 9. Here's why. You know I like to print things a lot.
Yes.
I print a ton. So you got, and I'm not going to lie, Doug Flutie, while he was giving his pitch, smacked me. I went, Flutie hit me. At a point, I got really excited.
I played, put football pads on for 35 years and I never hit anybody.
Man, I got one thing, and I know you got to go. I'm just curious. You've played under Belichick. He is such a riddle to so many people because he doesn't share a lot. Did he share anything with you, or did you get to see behind the curtain enough to really know who he is?
I've known Bill off the field, I'd say, for 25 years.
Wow.
And we've been to Bon Jovi concerts together.
Man.
He was a closet drummer at one time.
Okay, so Phil Simms, time out. I was on the plane with his dad, and I said, man, Bill, I just don't know how he actually enjoys life. And he goes, if you see him at a Bon Jovi concert.
There you go.
What is he like at a Bon Jovi concert?
He's just a fan. He's enjoyable. He's funny. He's quick-witted. It's a dry humor.
Right.
I think Linda Holiday has really made him more social than ever.
Yes.
And Bill's having fun. We went to a Bruce Springsteen concert together a year or two ago, and he's criticizing Bruce for his playlist. I was laughing my ass off.
I love it.
He's like, quit,
He wants to coach him.
Get me to the good stuff, okay? Don't be selling me all this new stuff that I don't want to hear.
That's a great. What is the song when Bruce plays that you and Bill are looking at each other going, this is the hit? What's the Bruce hit?
I think it's 10th Avenue Freeze Out for me.
And then what about
when
Bill?
we go 10th Avenue Live and then Born. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Bill's
10th
favorite
Avenue
is.
Freeze Out.
But Born to Run Live, there's nothing better than Born to Run Live.
Man.
Thanks for coming,
That's
man.
awesome.
You're
Doug
the man.
Flutie.
Doug Flutie.
Oh, Doug Flutie.
The legend. The man.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming
Thank you,
on.
brother. Really appreciate
The
it.
Batmobiler.
The Batmobile.
Yo, I want to see that when that's done. That's going to be awesome. You know what we didn't talk about?
The transition king.
The fact that we were on the Cincinnati local news and Simms abusing you on the microphone.
Did we not talk about that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I got a lot of texts from people about that.
What were they saying?
You're just getting manhandled
This
on television.
cameraman came over, and it literally was the epitome of the podcast. It's Simms going, who the fuck are you? And Frederick's like, can I help you? And I'm like, what up, what up? And then they're like, these Bleacher Report guys, let us get in on the act. And then it's Frederick being abused with the microphone.
Yeah, it was Sim shoving my face into the mic, and then the reporter goes, "It's the media of the Super Bowl 52."
Cincinnati,
Anyway.
we apologize. All right, let's go down to two guys that I think had some of the most fun, both in the NFC South. Gerald McCoy, Mark Ingram. I think they're going to love it. Don't you, Simms?
Yo, without a doubt. They're awesome.
They were
Both of
great.
them. Yeah.
Fendrick?
They were pretty good interviews. It wasn't your guys' best work, but it was all
What?
right. No, I'm kidding. They were good. They were really good.
They were
All right, McCoy, Ingram, enjoy. We're getting into Oklahoma, Texas right now. We've already started.
He does not want to go there.
Let's go there right away.
That's the crap I had to hear. I mean, that's in my nightmares, that fucking OU school. Holy
Neither of you.
shit. But
It is a good song. What is
It
it?
is.
The Texas, what is Eyes Over Texas?
yeah, the eyes of Texas are. And then
It's
it's Texas
terrible is
fight.
what it is.
What? Watch your mouth. What do you wear? And then he's in Tampa, of course. So, you know, I have a special place in my heart of Tampa.
Yeah, yeah.
Do they have any pictures of me in the facility anymore?
Be real. Tell the
I
truth.
don't think so.
Damn. That sucks,
Not
man.
even in the stalls.
Gosh. Gruden didn't like how I left town. He moved a few of them. They told me.
Yeah, they put him somewhere.
All right, so let me ask you this: where you living in Tampa?
I live in New Tampa. They actually built it up. You know,
Right.
Tampa is forever under construction.
Yes,
But I found an area that is not as under construction as most, and they just built it up, and it's getting bigger and bigger. So I'm in a great part of the town.
yeah.
By the way, this is Gerald McCoy. I don't think I formally introduced him.
He is kind of awesome. He's
Yeah.
definitely one of the best defensive tackles in football this year. You sucked it up. Played through a few injuries this year too.
Absolutely.
You feeling good right now?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I actually tore my bicep tendon, and it.
How did you do that? Was it
I
benching?
don't remember. Like,
Stuck
here's what
his arm
happened.
out with a guy
Here's what
going through the
happened.
hole.
Yeah, that's what happened when I did it my rookie year and my second year.
Right.
This is actually what happened. I don't remember it actually happening, but I believe it happened the first play of the game against Detroit, however you want to pronounce it.
Right.
And I played the whole first drive with my shoulder hurting, and then I went to the sideline and was like, something's wrong with my shoulder or something. And then I went back on the field and played it. We had a 3 and out, and I ran off, and my bicep was like jumping.
Like twinching, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, here we go. And I asked for check it, and then whenever you see the doctors do the whisper,
shit. That's when you know something happened.
He's fucked up. We don't know what we're going to do.
Yeah,
and you played after that.
I did. Like, I stayed out that game. And I missed the Monday night game, but I played 2 games later.
So what is it like? Like, can you do things around the house?
I can do everything. By the end of that week, I was already doing bicep curls.
Yeah.
I
did it. I got it. I'm still not attached. I got it on my right arm. I don't know if I've shown you.
How does that impact?
I didn't miss any time though. I didn't come out of a game or nothing.
They said Dan Marino played the entire season with it. So they told me that. I was like, I gotta
more
go back
proof
in.
The bicep is just a cosmetic muscle.
I gotta go back in.
D linemen get it, especially like freaks of nature like this guy. Respectfully.
Why?
Because his whole life he's been like just the monster in the middle, like, raw, get out of my way. Running back coming through the line of scrimmage, and they tackle him with one arm. But then you get to the NFL, and there's a few different guys running through.
There's a different level of mutant running through the NFL.
Exactly.
So you can't arm tackle in the NFL for sure.
You guys are a very interesting case as I think about next season.
Right.
Everyone's going to talk about hard knocks and disappointment. My thing is truly this. You guys had some games, I think, towards the end of the year where you were shocking people. I think the Saints win is something you build off. I think the Patriots game, and early in the year, you go, that's the potential. You are a young fucking team.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there's bouncing back. But there's definitely room for growth.
Absolutely.
And I think, who are the people that you think that you want to build around with your team? Because you're one of the leaders. I think you're the face of the Buccaneers.
Right.
And Jameis.
Yeah, I would say definitely 3. I love Jameis, and I believe in him. And,
what did you learn about him this year?
Well, I think more than what we learned, I think what he learned is he had to – I don't think Jameis has ever had to deal with true adversity, if that makes sense. He was a highly ranked quarterback coming out. He was famous Jameis at Florida State.
Won the Heisman.
Won a national championship. He lost 1 game
as
in college.
a freshman, right?
Yeah.
First pick in the NFL
First
draft.
pick in the draft. Well, this year he had to deal with injuries. And I don't think, and that playing through an injury and true adversity, I think he grew a lot as not just a player, but as a man. And I think he matured a whole lot this year. And, sitting down talking to him, he said he's learned a lot. He's seen a lot just based off this season. And, I think that's going to make him better in the long run.
Did anyone sit him down after eating the W? What did you tell him?
I think we kind of just accepted it as
not his best pregame speech.
Listen, I've seen a lot over the years. I've seen a lot of motivational speeches over the years, and that was definitely one of the most unique ones.
Be busting his balls.
No. Listen, this is what we did.
I'm sure you broke the huddle then.
We accepted it as At the moment, we accepted it as he's just trying to get us ready to play the eventual NFC South champ Saints.
Yes.
In the Superdome. This is a very tough game.
So he's amped
They're on
up.
a run. He's amped up. And I don't know if he practiced it the night before or what he did, but he did it.
Yeah.
And we was just like, all right, let's go do what we can to win.
Right.
And then, we let it die down because he was getting hell online. And
what does he say about it now? Can he laugh about it now?
He laughs about it now.
Okay,
he
good.
still, when we give him a hard time. After that, we destroy him in the locker room.
Oh, that's
at
awesome.
practice
That's
all
awesome.
the time.
I can
It's
imagine.
like a never-ending joke, man.
Damn.
At the Pro Bowl, everybody was like, let's go eat a W. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't get away from this.
It became a meme. It became a meme.
Definitely, man. And he's just he's just one of those guys that he wants to lead his team any way he can. So he was just trying to think of
It's in
any
his
way to
blood.
get us
I know.
motivated. Yeah.
One quick one for me I want to ask him too,
Please.
just because you're in the NFC South and it's the quarterback division, right? I mean, out of those, they're all awesome. We're making that qualifying statement
I think
right
it's
there.
the best division in football.
Yeah, so who, though, out of those quarterbacks you got to play, taking Jameis out of it, Matt Ryan,
yep.
Cam Newton, which one's the one that's the most annoying for you to play against?
I would say Cam, I would have said Drew because we have a personal competition because we train together in the offseason.
Gotcha.
We
Awesome.
compete a lot. But I would say Cam for a number of different reasons. He's a momentum guy. So if his momentum gets rolling, he can get not arrogant, but his competitive nature comes out, and the swag that is Cam Newton. The swag that is Cam Newton comes out. And when you're competing against that, it is very annoying.
It drives you crazy.
When you're watching it, it's great to watch.
So what is he saying? Because I see that mouth moving, and he lifts the chin up.
The
a little
thing
bit.
is, he's talking more to the crowd. He doesn't really talk much to the players.
He ignores you almost.
Yeah. He doesn't talk to the players, and he's got this laser focus, but he's got this swag about him off the field, on the field, and when he gets that momentum rolling,
I know.
I mean, my son loves Cam Newton. Loves him.
So does mine.
He thinks Cam Newton is the GOAT. He really he loves Cam Newton. So
and what do you
I'm
tell
watching
him?
I'm watching it, him doing all these different things, and I'm like, I love it. Yeah, I hate it. I'm like, I love to see it when he's not playing us.
It's entertaining,
but when he's playing us, I hate it.
See,
and I'm on the sideline like,
I would tell my son, I'd be like, you can't root for him.
Yeah, no, I let him root for him. I'm just
I
like, it gives me extra motivation to take him out though.
All right, so Gerald McCoy, you are here, brought to us by Mountain Dew Ice.
I love Mountain Dew. I'll just say that.
So here's how this works.
Big Mountain Dew.
We're not going to help you. You're going to do the pitch. We're not grading Mountain Dew Ice. We're grading your ability to sell product 1 through 10. So really ham it up.
Don't be OU here.
Gerald.
Come on, step up to the plate.
Yeah, get a little Texas in you. Gerald McCoy.
If I get that, I'll probably
lose.
I'll probably lose and quit and all that other stuff, all the negativity.
So let's hear it. Gerald McCoy from Mountain Dew Ice.
Mountain Dew Ice. Mountain Dew Ice is the only lemon lime drink that actually has caffeine in it. It has a little pinch, a little sprinkle of real fruit juice, and it is delicious. A lot of people drink sodas for the caffeine. Well, a lot of people like lemon lime drinks, but lemon lime drinks don't have caffeine. But Mountain Dew Ice is full of flavor, and it has caffeine in it. So if you're looking for the great taste of lemon lime and caffeine, Mountain Dew Ice is your product.
It sounds awesome. I'm looking forward to trying it.
It's really, really good.
Here's mine right off the bat. I'm giving him a 6. I mean, I dock him a point because he went to OU, okay? So
it's really a 7.
It's really a 7, but he's a flawed human being because he went there.
I'm going to give him back that point. I'm going to give him the 8.
Thank you.
This is the first person we've had. No. This is the first person we've had that has done a salt
sprinkle.
bag.
The sprinkle. The sprinkle.
And I'll say this, as someone that talks a lot of bullshit, when he leaned at the end and said, is a product for you, I knew in his head he went, I just fucking dominated this shit. And I like that swagger at the end.
That's exactly what that was.
Gerald McCoy, he's been killing the game for a long time. Multiple Pro Bowler, defensive tackle, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are going to be real very soon. They have been humbled. They have been motivated. And this guy knows what the fuck to do. Gerald McCoy, thank you, brother.
I appreciate you
Get
guys
that caffeine
having me,
and that sprinkle
Absolutely.
of fruit juice.
Just a little bit.
All right, put your headset on.
Let's do it. I just had to shout y'all
No,
out.
No,
good.
I appreciate
All
you. And put your face up on that, too. All right, so we had Alvin Kamara. He was awesome. Now we have Ingram.
Mark Ingram.
That's a good way to say that.
Well, that's how
That's the original.
That's how his dad was the receiver for my dad in the Giants.
Damn.
Yeah, what up, kid?
What Mark Ingram?
Mark Ingram.
What was that? How was that?
It was those. Chris Berman on the highlights.
He would say
when
like that?
Ingram had a big catch, he'd go, and Sims throws the ball to Mark Ingram.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it was really cool. And his dad really had one of the greatest plays in the history of the Super Bowl that goes unnoticed.
Is this your dad's MVP Super Bowl?
No, this is 1990. Jeff Hostetler. It's a 3rd and 8, a crucial part of the game. I think it was 3rd and 8.
Yep.
And
3rd and 13.
It was 3rd and 13. You're right.
Yeah.
He caught it at like a 7-yard completion. And if anybody's out there, you need to YouTube highlight. He makes a move, breaks some ankles, then breaks tackles, and then people are holding his one leg, and he's hopping, and he gets the first down on the famous 10-minute drive to start the second half.
Wow.
So his dad's a legend to me. And you're a legend now,
legend
too.
to me, too.
Yeah, well, he should be.
So
Your
what?
dad's a legend to me.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Man, those Giants teams. What was it like? Because I know it turns him back into a kid. Does it turn you into a kid?
Listen,
too?
I was like not even old enough to remember. Like
Yeah.
I was born in '89. I was born in December 21st,
you were a baby.
1989.
But I bet you the pictures of you in Giants jerseys.
Hey,
and-
I've seen the highlights. I've seen the Super Bowl trophy growing up.
Yeah.
I've seen all the Giants, everything. So I grew up a Giants fan for sure. And you know, my dad, man. I love that. That play right there makes me smile heavy.
Yeah,
I'm
I hear
gonna
it. It
watch
gives
that
me
for
chills.
sure.
I can remember sitting there in the stadium watching it.
Speaking of fun, man, you guys had fun this year. Every time I looked up, the whole team's posing for a picture. You're doing the backpack kid dance. I'm seeing airheads on the sideline. It felt like it was a fun year for you guys in New Orleans.
Man, the energy that this team had, it was just different than years in the past. I think the work that we put in OTAs and training camp, we just had a different confidence about us. You know, even with the first 2 games, we started off 0-2. We knew that we had a tough game going to Carolina, and then we was going to be on the road going to London. So we knew that those 2 weeks would define our season. Yeah. We went 2-0 on those 2 weeks, and we rattled off 6 after that. So
bang.
So we just started having fun. Guys were taking pictures together. When you make a play, guys were celebrating together. Guys were genuinely happy for one another. And I feel like when you have camaraderie like that as a team, and you have a brotherhood like that as a team, the sky's the limit. And we're going to continue to build on that.
It's funny, before the season, I only saw one analyst pick the Saints to win the NFC South.
Yeah, nobody picked us.
You know who did?
You? Oh?
Yeah.
That's my dude right here.
I saw it coming.
You quickly becoming one of my favorite people.
Appreciate
Dude,
that.
Quickly.
Preseason, he's looking, and he goes, they got dogs. And they nailed every fucking draft pick. And he's like, they got the squad. And then when you started off 0-2, it was like, I don't know, man. It was the Patriots. Sam Bradford played maybe the best game of his fucking life in week 1.
Right.
And I knew the Panthers were going to jumpstart your ass. Because the NFC South, your rivalries are crazy.
Right. It's ridiculous in the NFC South. We have definitely the best division of football.
Yeah,
Gerald
it's hard
McCoy
to
was saying
argue
the same
it.
shit.
It really is hard to argue. This is the thing I think I'd loved it for people to hear. Like, I think people see like, oh, now it's Alvin Kamara and you and him, and they go, whoa, does Mark Ingram like the fact that he's got to share carries? And I always have to try to explain to people, I bet you Mark Ingram loves that Alvin Kamara is there because it saves your body. Yep. It's going to give you more years, which is going to give you more money and all those things. Yep. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm answering my own question, but I'd like to hear you talk about him and the combination.
Hey, like you said, man, I'm going to confirm you, man. Just the fact that, when you have like 3 or 4 backs, it's difficult, but when it's 2 backs, it's perfect. You know, and just to be able to save your body, be able to be fresh throughout the entire season. Right. That goes a long way. Nobody's getting beat up. I'm not getting 30 carries a game. Yep. He's not getting 25 carries and 6 catches. So we're both staying fresh throughout the game. We're both staying healthy, prolonging my career, prolonging his career, and we're both benefiting from each other.
Yeah,
so,
you are.
That's a blessing, man.
I was talking to Kamara. Is it Kamara or Kamara?
Kamara. He says, say it like Camaro, but Kamara.
Yeah. He's a cool motherfucker. He really is.
He a fly young cat.
He
man.
is. And we were talking about nickname, and I said, fuck Boom and Zoom. That shit's trash.
That's weak, bro. That's weak, bro.
So I pitched him on one yesterday, and I'd like to give it to you. I think he's Mr. Migos with the new album. I think you should be Walk It and Talk It.
He's Walk It and Talk It? Walk it, talk it.
He said he was going to talk to you. I said, don't worry, I'm going to talk to him, get that shit trademarked.
Just give Lefkoe credit.
We're staying at the same place. He ain't bring it up yesterday, so I'm going to have to give him crap about that.
Walk it and talk it.
Walk it and talk it.
Walk it like a talk it.
Walk it like a talk it. Hey,
I tried to explain to Sims who the Migos are. It's tough.
I probably know their songs, but I'm not like...
Yeah, Mark was like, yo,
Bad and bougie.
I gotta hear it. I don't know that one. I'm not even gonna lie, but I don't know. I'm a visually 37 and a dad. Like it's a shame, but I've become that guy. Man. I got an 11-year-old and a 7-year-old, and I'm just like, damn, I'm out to date. Nobody even thinks my jokes are funny anymore.
Can you explain to the people out there why Sean Payton might be the coolest coach in the NFL? Just like give us some examples.
Man, he just a cool cat, man. We got the music booming at practice after we win the game.
Yeah.
We got the after we beat Carolina for the 3rd time. That's a crazy rivalry.
Broom out.
Yeah, we had the broom out. We had the music going. We was just celebrating. But
he talks crap to players.
He does, man.
I know. He's amazing.
You got to back up a coach like that, right?
He was doing the skull chant at the end of the game.
He did this to Devontae Freeman.
All that. And I'm about all that. I love that.
I'm
about all that. So, you got to play hard for a guy like that. You got to love a guy like that, man. And You know, he just wants you to have your best on. He wants you to put your best foot forward at all times because that's what he's going to do. When everybody puts their best foot forward, that means success for the team.
So Simms said when he was on the Bucs and Aqib Talib came in his rookie year, the whole team looked at each other and went, hell yeah, we got ourselves a dog.
Like the first practice.
You got to have it.
Yeah.
And so for you guys to have Lattimore, Ramczyk, Kamara, and then who was the other top?
Safety,
Marcus
Williams,
who had a great year.
Yeah,
I know he had one play.
Erase that
but
play.
For you to have 4 guys, what were you guys saying to each other when that rookie class came in?
Well, you don't even know. You can never tell. You know, it was my 7th year this year, so
damn, man.
I've been a part of a lot of rookie classes that sometimes didn't make an immediate impact.
Rob,
you know?
It happens.
And so those guys come in right away. They were making plays. You know, Alvin, Marshawn, Ryan Ramczyk. You know, everybody was like right tackle. You know, for us,
right.
If we didn't pick Ryan Ramczyk, our season would have been way different.
He played every freaking position.
He played right tackle, left tackle, whatever you needed him to do. And he played at a high level.
This is the perfect time to ask about your guy. Simms believes that Andrus Peat might be the best guard in the NFL.
That was a devastating loss for you guys to have him get hurt at the end.
That hurt.
Yeah, talk about it because I think he's like one of the best guards
in
football.
Dog.
He kills
Peat
people.
Is a beast, man.
He's a bulldozer.
You can't do nothing with him. Man.
And I love his ass and legs. He's got like 4 asses.
Do you remember the combine?
Yes.
The bubble butt.
Double butt. I mean, thighs for days.
We tease him about that, bro.
Shit. I mean, it's unbelievable. Of course, he's gonna move people out of the way with that leg and ass.
Yeah, man. He's a dog. Man.
What nicknames are you giving him for that?
Man, he's Big Pete. He's AP.
AP.
Big Pete.
Damn, Adrian Peterson left and you stole his nickname like that?
AP is AD.
Oh my
AD all day.
What everyone talked about, oh, he stagnated it. I get it, but I'm sure it was cool to have him in the locker room. What was the best thing you took from Adrian Peterson when he was there?
Just his work ethic, man. How he works, you know, how he approaches his recovery of his body. You just learn so much from him. Just as running backs, you know, what you see on that run. You know, maybe you could have pressed it more, or maybe you could have got downhill a little faster, or maybe you could have, you know, gave him an inside stick and bounced it outside. Yeah. Just the nuances of the running back position, learning it from a guy who's ran for almost 12,000 yards, learning it from a guy who's been the MVP, learning it from a guy who's ran for 2,000 yards. That's a blessing. Someone that I've watched since he was a freshman at Oklahoma going crazy, you know. It was a blessing to have him in the room. And like I said, it was all love between our running back room.
But
it was never nothing personal.
Heisman and he doesn't.
Hey, I got it. Yeah, I got the Heisman. Yeah. He probably should have had it too.
He
right?
probably should have. Yeah.
Saban and Sean Payton are very similar, right?
Nah.
Their demand, they probably are.
Yeah. Some ways they're very similar.
Payton's a renegade.
Yeah. Payton's the man.
Yeah.
And Saban's the man too, but he's just Saban a little bit more
Belichickian.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah. You're gonna say ruthless?
Just straight, like there's no.
He ain't ruthless, man, because he shows love, but he's real straightforward and he don't play no games.
No.
Yeah.
He don't play no games.
No games. All right, so who are you here with us today?
I'm here with EA Sports, man.
All right, don't do it yet. Here's how we're gonna do this.
Yeah, we grade you here.
We're on your performance. We want to see how you are as a sales pitchman. This is an opportunity for you to show all the brands out there what Mark Ingram brings when you sponsor him.
Hey,
so
listen.
I'm going to give you the floor. This is Madden.
Yeah, I'm with the EA Madden NFL Club Challenge Championships. Listen, it's 32 players representing each team. They're playing for $500,000 and 2 Super Bowl tickets. Listen, and you could witness this final tonight on ESPN2, 8 p.m. Central. I'm doing the analyzing. The play-by-play color analyst of each play, and it's going down. It's going to be turned up. Come check it out. The NFL Madden Club Challenge Championships. Your boy is hosting it. Thank you.
It's pretty strong. I'm going 8.
I'm going 8 also.
Okay.
You're so upset right
I'm not
now.
giving you a 10. I'm like the Russian judge, man. You got to just come in here.
I'm giving
Not
you
even a 9?
Here's why I'm going to do this. 1, love that you talked to the camera. Love that you were like, I'm going to do it. You the pound in the chest. You were really into it. I maybe involve us a little bit.
You said you were giving me the floor.
No, but you maybe be like, I bust his ass in Madden. You know, we're tough judges.
Okay.
But I'll say this.
I accept.
How are you at Madden? I know you got to go.
I'll whoop you.
I will whoop your ass.
You won't do nothing. I'm going to have them Saints.
You would come.
I'm leaning heavy on 22 and 41, and I'm throwing it to 13.
You will join the graveyard of athletes that come to Bleacher Report, and I throw their carcass on the ground after I decimate them with whatever team.
I don't believe in you, especially because you just gave me that 8. I ain't taking no prisoners
No,
on
Mark. When you come up to New York City, you let us know. and you can set his ass straight.
And
I will do that.
I'll throw 5 touchdowns with Deshaun Kaiser on your ass.
Yeah, that means I just got to throw 7.
Negative, Ghost Rider. Negative.
No, I don't even want to know. Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram.
I think the Saints have the coolest backfield in the NFL.
I'm up there. You know me. I love the Saints. I love Sean Payton. I love
Mark
Ingram.
All right, from now on, that's what we're saying on the podcast.
Yeah.
Mark Ingram. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, guys.
The Transition King is back at it again.
Oh, gosh, you're so good.
I really hope Ingram and Kamara take Walk It and Talk It.
That would be awesome.
Right?
As long as they give us credit. If they take it and then don't even say your name,
agree. They're dead to us.
Then the hell with them.
Yeah, fuck them. Guys, that's it. 4 podcasts this week. I hope you really loved it. We are going to take all of the other podcasts. We're doing like another 15 tomorrow, and what we're going to do is we're going to save them and release them because they're really good conversations, and we talked about more than just the Super Bowl. That was our big goal. I don't really want to hear everyone's take on the Super Bowl.
No.
We cover it better than they do, frankly.
Well, yeah. And a lot of players that are playing in the league right now, they didn't play the Eagles this year. They didn't play the Patriots.
Yeah, so whatever.
They might not even saw them on crossover film. And not all players are like us to where they go home and watch every game on TV, too. I mean, it's consuming their life as is, so they don't need to, like, live it and breathe it all the time.
So it's going to be a lot of really good conversations. I know we got like Todd Gurley tomorrow, so all that will be coming up in the next few weeks. It's good shit, and we're excited to give it to you. I am going to be taking over the Bleacher Report Instagram story channel during the Super Bowl. And if you're listening to this beforehand, check it out. Pay attention. It'll be fun. Sims, where are you going to be watching the Super Bowl? Do you know yet?
Probably on the sidelines.
Ooh,
really?
Baby.
Well, I have a...
Where can they watch you for Super Bowl weekend?
Well, I'm going to be on the NBC pregame show, so that'll be cool. And then on postgame show, NBC Sports Network.
You're going to be on there?
I'll be on there as well.
Wow.
And then in the game,
stadium?
In the game, I'm looking forward to being on the field pregame. My wife is coming to the game, so I probably will go and sit in the stands with her for a little while.
Cool.
And then I'll ditch her ass and go find a better place to watch the game again.
All right, well, I'll hit you up. I'll be in there with my mom.
Yep.
So
Sharon. What about Bruce?
Bruce will be there too.
Cool.
Somewhere else.
Cool.
With his like carpet over his head because he's freaking out. And you're leaving us.
I'm out tomorrow night. Flight.
Man,
See you guys later.
Josh is running Bleacher Report,
Good
so he
for
has
you.
things to do. I want to also give a shout out to the crew that was here. Matt Canvasser doing amazing research, doing the White Boy Supreme heads, keeping us on our toes. Mark Steinmetz and Gabe Gomez have been with us now for a long time. Mark holding down audio. Gabe with the camera right now. Gabe, do a little shake.
Gabe, can we see the sticky fingers? It's been a while.
Who knows where those things have been
It's
this
been a
week.
great crew, and I'm going to give a shout out to our makeup artist, Patricia, and of course Dylan for holding us down as well.
The hell with Dylan.
It's been a fun week, guys. It's been so much fun as always. Hit us up on social at Simms and Lefkoe. Hit us up on YouTube. Just search Simms and Lefkoe. But this is kind of the end. And now it's a Super Bowl, and then we do it all over again. We're going to rebuild your favorite teams. We're going to get you ready for the NFL draft, and then it's off-season. Whoa,
big off-season.
For Simms.
Peace out, homies.
For Fendrick.
Good evening.
And the LEFKOE.
Transition King.
So bad.
I'm screwing myself. Go Eagles. Goskowski wide right. We'll holler at you guys. Love you so much. Talk to you soon. Love you long time.
Long time.